Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another episode of Blitzvillage. It is another Sunday, which means another episode of Blitzvillage, of course. Last week, we had a repeat of episode 50, which was We Did It Live. It was an absolutely massive success, so thank you guys so very much for the amazing support, both in the comments, the shares, the favorites, the likes. You guys were absolutely tremendous. The Twitter support, all of that. I really cannot thank you guys all enough. So that's why I'm gonna end this video, because I can't thank you guys enough. Bye. No, I'm joking. Nonetheless, of course, welcome on back. Hope you guys are in a fantastic day. And if you're not, maybe this video will cheer you up in a goofy little way. So, of course, this is an episode of Blitzvillage where every single Sunday we build and add to this little thing called Blitzvillage. And slowly but surely it's becoming Blitz City, Blitz Town. Well, sorry, Blitz Town, Blitz City, and then maybe Blitz Country. That'll be kind of crazy. But nonetheless, of course, I hope you guys are on a fan-flippin-tastic day. And it is time, of course, guys, to get to the shout-out of the week. Every single week, I take 3 to 4 random submissions from all your awesome submissions that you guys send in over to my Twitter page, which is twitter.com/Blitzwinger, or if you're tweeting at me, at Blitzwinger, and then I feature you guys on these episodes. So we kick things off with the one, the only Big Vinny, who sent in an absolutely spectacular looking hospital. That place looks awesome. It's somewhat similar to ours, that's for sure. I definitely see how it has some resemblance, but he's also got the helicopter up top and such, so it looks pretty sweet. I definitely like the design, so nicely done on ya, and definitely very much impressed there. Next up, we got a submission from, oh goodness gracious, how could I not write down your name? Ay carambas. I am very goofy. Let me double check the name. Sorry about this, guys. This is super duper inappropriate for me to be doing this. I'm just gonna quickly double check what the name of the person is. Oh, it's Adam Coleman. That's what it is. Sorry about that, Adam. So Adam Coleman sends in a Blitz Army logo, and I love how there's sheep and pigs everywhere. Luckily, there's no cows, because, you know, someone would kill all those cows. So, well, actually, it's Blizz Army. Like Blizzard Army, maybe, not Blitz Army. So, yeah. Nicely done, though. Very nicely done indeed. And then, after all, at the end here, the final submission for today is from Bryce Pierce, who sent in a Pokeball design. Very nicely done. And kind of gave me an idea of maybe building a Pokemon Stadium at some point. Instead of having a sports stadium, we could have a Pokemon Stadium. That'd be kind of sweet, right? Just to add something unique to Blitzvillage. So, now we get to the build of the day. By the way, again, thank you all for your submissions. You guys are absolutely awesome. Continue sending those in, and I will continue to obviously feature them. So, now in Blitzvillage we have this, which is our, of course, Blitzvillage Police Department. Even though it looks like BPO, I know. I need to really fix that D and make it a little bit more apropos, like kind of, you know, well, actually, I shouldn't have done that. Bring this out a little bit, you know. Okay, kind of like this. There. And then I need to make the letters bigger, probably. BPD. So, that's, of course, the Blitzvillage Police Department. Then we have, of course, as I just mentioned moments ago and seconds ago, the hospital, which is very good. So, of course, we've got 2 of the big 3 institutions that a city should have. However, today we shall focus on the 3rd of those, which is, of course, a firehouse, which is obviously where firefighters would be. Because, guess what? If there's a fire, if there's a creeper, or actually, no, if there's a skeleton or a zombie that sets on fire, yes, they could run to the hospital to get help, but what if we could just send the hospital to them in the form of firefighters? So, yeah, that sounds like a pretty lovely idea to me. So what I'm thinking is I'm actually thinking of putting the firehouse right next to the police department here. I think that would be a pretty good idea. So that's exactly what we will be working on. Sorry, I'm just trying to open up the images here to make sure that I've got everything sorted. Okay. So, basically, the idea behind the firehouse that we're going to be designing is going to be similar to, kind of a firehouse that is a bit of a crossover with, I would say, kind of like the firehouse that the Ghostbusters have, but not exactly. So you kind of will see as we begin, and then continue to build it, what I am talking about. Now, I found an image that I'm going to be using as kind of a bit of a guidance point, just because I want to make sure that it comes out correctly looking and good looking, obviously. So now that I think about it, actually, I don't know if I like this area, because if we put the firehouse here, then we wouldn't be able to see it behind all these buildings here, and it's kind of gonna obscure everything. So why don't we put it actually right here? This looks like a pretty gosh darn good spot for it, right? So we're gonna go ahead and tear down some of this stuff. And by the way, some of you guys have been asking to build some more roads and such. So that is certainly something that I'm going to start thinking of in terms of how we're going to build those in. Because the problem is, I didn't account for those in the beginning of Blitzvillage. So therefore, there's a bit of an issue of adding roads right now. Because that would be a giant pain, especially because I don't have MC World Edit. So, yeah. So I don't know if we're going to have roads in between the existing buildings, or if I'll just add roads to the outside. Again, as I said, at some point, my idea is, again, if you guys would like that idea, obviously let me know down in the comment section below, is to basically build a giant train track system that is, well, it's going to be obviously not train, it's going to be a minecart, but still, it's going to go all around the village, and there's going to be basically stopping points in key areas. Like, you know, there's going to be a stop like right here, let's say, not too far away from here. Then there's going to be one by the zoo, etc., by the hotel room or the hotel rooms. So yeah, that's the idea, at least. I don't know if it will be if it'll turn out the way that the idea has come together, because oftentimes things don't turn out that way. As you guys probably know, that's what happens with Minecraft. It's like you have designs and then some things just do not go your way. And it looks like my, even though I thought I turned it off, I guess I did not turn off my Skype. So my apologies if you guys hear some little like, that little, yeah, that was my Skype voice impression. Yep, good thing I didn't, I'm not pursuing a voice impression career, because that's just gonna be ugly. Okay, so, let's see. So basically what I'm doing right now is just laying down the foundation for the little area in front of the firehouse, because of course we're gonna have a fire truck. That's gonna be one of the main things I would like to complete today, in fact. So I'd like to complete the fire truck today and maybe get the core elements of the firehouse going, and then most likely what we will do is we will complete the firehouse itself on the next episode of Blitzvillage. So that should be quite lovely indeedios. So let me just lay down all this. Whoa! What? You've got a trap! It's a trap! Sorry, somebody will know where that's from. Actually, everybody will know where that's from. I think, at least, because, come on. We all know where that's from, right? 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 Or am I alone? Crickets, crickets, crickets at this point. Come on. Alrighties. I'm just gonna say General Akbar. I think that's how you pronounce his name. There you go. There's a hint where that's from. For those of you that didn't know where it's from. Okay, so I think this will be a pretty good size, actually, right? We don't want to make it too huge, because that's the thing. As much as I admire doing those big builds, like our library right there, or our food place, yes, those were really fun and they're awesome, but the problem is they require so much time. It takes like 4 or 5 episodes to actually complete one location, and I don't really enjoy that, and I think you guys do not enjoy it as much as I think never mind. The reason why I don't want to say you guys don't enjoy it is because I know that some people do enjoy it, but it just, I feel like majority of you does not find it enjoyable, which is why I wanted to try kind of get away from just making like huge builds and kind of stick to more smaller builds. That way we could still build plenty more things. Then again, there's things like our awesome creeper statue right here, and our Steve statue that took like, I think the creeper statue took like 4 episodes to make, and that was amazing though. I absolutely love that, and I have an idea for another statue, and actually, why don't I run that idea by you guys right now? I have a chance. So what do you guys think of building a statue for Lego Batman? So it'll be Batman looking basically like the design from Lego. So Lego Batman statue. So let me know down in the comment section below if you guys would like that idea. And then also let me know down in the comment section below whether or not you guys would prefer a regular stadium. Because again, Blitzvillage is not just like my village, it's our village. So I want you guys to be included and participate in the decision-making process. And as a result of that, I'd like you guys to voice your opinions. So let me know down in the comment section below if you guys would prefer just a regular stadium or maybe like a Pokemon type Coliseum stadium where the roof will look like a Pokeball and such. And I have some really cool ideas for that. I don't have a lot of cool ideas yet for what is it called? For a regular stadium, even though I've been watching the World Cup, and it definitely has made me at times feel like, oh, it'd be so cool to have a giant stadium in Blitzvillage so that people could go and enjoy sporting events and such. And it'd be really awesome and really kind of, you know, there's just something wonderful about like seeing so many people in one place and all this energy and stuff. I don't know. I absolutely love watching sporting events for that very reason. And I think most people do. So let me know down in the comment section below if that is something that you guys would enjoy. And then, of course, I would obviously consider doing that. So we're just going to go ahead and build this out. And then I think what I'll do is, I think I'll just make this 2 blocks wide. So basically this is kind of the foundation. This is where the firehouse will be. This is where it's going to stand, right? So it'll be probably 3 levels or so. So it'll be pretty tall, which is really nice. And then this is the front of the firehouse here. So that's really the balance that we're trying to strike here. So now let's get to building the fire truck, because as I said, of course, that's what I want to try to get done in today's episode and then get the firehouse done on the next episode. So for that, we're going to need a lot of reds. We're going to need some white blocks. I'm trying to decide which ones do we want to use. Blocks of iron or blocks of wool? Because both of those would probably work. It's just a matter of figuring out which one would look better. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go ahead and lay down first the tires, just so we have an idea of what that's supposed to look like. I'm wondering, do we want to make the tires like this? Or like square? Because if we make them square, it's going to be huge. This truck is going to be like a monster fire truck, which actually sounds kind of awesome, to be honest. I mean, that does sound quite cool, to be quite fair, but I don't know. I think that this will be enough. I think that this is enough of a area. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works well. Okay, so now let's test this out. We're going to try to use this. You see, the reason why I like the blocks of iron is because I feel like the blocks of iron offer a little bit of a nicer look of kind of metal-y type finish. So I think in that way, it looks pretty fantastic. So let me go ahead and try how this looks once we built all of it out. So let's say this is our 2 tires. Yeah, I think that looks good, actually. I'm thinking that this is looking pretty sweet, if I must say so myself. Right? I think that's going to work. I really do. Did I just say I really do? That makes sense. Sentences! Yay! Try to actually make sense sometimes, Blitzwinger. Alrighty, so let's see. How does the wool look? That's what I'm wondering as well. You see, the wool, the problem is, it's like because everything else is wool, it's going to look very, very cartoony. I mean, it's still going to look cartoony. It's not going to look like a perfect fire truck, that's for sure. But I just think that this one is going to look a little bit more realistic if we use blocks of iron. So that's what I'm going to stick with, and we're going to try to go with this. Again, if it doesn't turn out well, you guys will let me know. I know it, so we could definitely adjust it down the line. So I just want to make sure that it fits in here, because we don't want to make it too wide, right? Let me think for a moment. So we want this to be front, because we want to have like little lights, the headlights, right? So let's see. Is this going to work? Let me see from far away. How does that look? Okay, that looks pretty good, actually, doesn't it? And then we would put some torches up front. Actually, we could use some redstones, because I think that would look cooler. Ooh, actually, some people have been telling me that it's a good idea to use not redstone, glowstone. So let's try that. Let's see how that looks. Well, I'd love if that looked good, but the problem is it doesn't. It would have been really nice if it did look good, but I think that redstone is going to be the favorite choice here. So I think that will look pretty good, pretty apropos. So now that we have that laid down, we are going to, let's see, do we want to leave that like this? Okay, I think so. So now we're just going to replicate the same type of look over on this side. So we've got our tires. The only thing is, did I put the tires It's got to be built around, doesn't it? Oh man, this is going to be a tight squeeze here. That's for sure. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to use iron. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to be very symmetrical here to make sure that the designs come across well. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, I can count all the way to 2. Brilliant. All right, so I'm liking the way that this is starting to come together. Now, let's see. I guess this would be where the truck continues. Okay. Pa-pa-bum, pa-pa-bum-bum, da-da-dum. Okay, so this will be our front windows here. So we're going to need glass, by the way. Should have probably taken that already by now. There's some glass panes, or pans. There's white stained glass pane. I don't know why I have a hard time pronouncing that, because I have a feeling like it's supposed to be panel instead of pane. Like, I feel like it's like they cut it short. They're like, we don't know how to complete that sentence. And I'm like, I just keep calling it that now. Okay, so I guess over here we'll have a wraparound of red. So I know it's looking weird right now, but I'm hoping that obviously once we start putting it a little more together, things are going to start looking a little more appropriate. So let's see. We're going to put this here. This goes across. There we go. Oh, whoops. Just a sec, I forgot. These are supposed to be glass panels as well. Again, I am using a little image for a guiding point because I wasn't sure how would I go about actually assembling fire truck. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm just going to find something that will look and resemble a fire truck so that I could use that as a little bit of a guidance to make sure that we don't spend half an hour of me just going like, oh, I don't really think I like the way that looks. Even though I still do that a lot because I'm like constantly thinking like, oh, we could change that and we could change this and we could change that. And I'm constantly like rethinking things. Now, let's see. We're going to need, oh, actually, we're going to need a sign as well. Ay, carambas. Come on. Where's the sign? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's the sign. We don't need that right now, at least. So, this is going to be our little tags in the front and the back. What are they called? Plate numbers. So we're going to call this BV 51 because it's episode 51. I think that's a good idea. Blitzvillage 51. Bam! That looks pretty cool. Now the front here becomes kind of a grill. There we go. So as you can see, once we start adding some details, things are starting to come together very, very nicely. And then we're going to use some buttons, which I have no clue where they are. Yep, there they are. We're going to use some buttons as a little bit of a extra detailing. I don't know, I kind of like, maybe if, no, that's too much. That's a little overkill. Oh no! Okay, sorry, truck. Imagine if you could just walk up to your truck and go like, bud, and that part just disappears. That'd be kind of funny. Okay, there we go. Things are looking up. Things are looking pretty fantastic. So, let's see. I've got to make this 3 blocks wide. And then the top is going to be filled like so, right? And we're going to make a little siren up at the top here. So what I think we should do... Should we do maybe like this? I know that this is not how it is on the design that I'm looking at, but I think that this will actually look cool. And then we can add some lights to it via this. Right? There we go. Look at this. Bam! This thing's starting to look cool now. I kind of wonder, would it look better to just have it like this? Okay, kind of. It's kind of better. It's really not great. I know that. I'm very much aware of that. But I'm hoping that it still turns out nice. I'm wondering, do we want to throw a little bit of different texture in there every now and then? No. I think I'm going to stick with the blocks of iron. I think the blocks of iron do look quite fantastic. So, let's see. Now, I'm wondering, how do I want to have this? Do we want to have the cabin go down like this all the way? And then the rest of this would be red. Right? So this is kind of the inside of the truck now. Right? And then we got to do the back here as well. And the back has got to look similar to the front in a certain way. So I'm wondering, do I want to build out another like kind of spoiler back here, right? Like this. And then we could put this. We could put a little plate numbers right there. Yeah, I think that'll look cool. So there we go. That'll be the back of the truck. It's not perfect, I know, guys, but again, you got to work within the limitations of Minecraft. And the other thing is you always have to account for one tiny little thing that a lot of people kind of forget to account for, and that is the power of creativity, of course. And just let your creativity kind of take over, you know what I mean? Just let some designs flow and let it kind of sort itself out. And again, don't forget, we're going to detail this thing a little further, so it will look nicer in very, very little time. Okay, it's not a perfect truck, but it's starting to look cool. I like it. I don't know. I like it. I know it's very short. That's for sure. I definitely acknowledge the fact that it's a pretty gosh darn short truck. So in that way, it's not perfect. That's for certain. So let's see. Now I'm wondering if I just stack a couple more reds, then we're going to keep this little area open because usually that's how these trucks are. They have like little... It's almost like a pickup truck type look over there. And then we need fences. Fences, a bunch of fences. Where are the fences? Here we go. To give it the proper kind of look. Okay, wait. There we go. Now, I'm actually going to fill this out a little further for some extra tail lights. I'm going to do the same thing here. Post a couple of buttons. And we're also going to use some ladders. Do we want to do that for a little bit? Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Okay, I like it. I like it quite a bit. Sorry if you guys are hearing messages again. That's from Skype, so my apologies about that. I know it's not very professional and such. BV51. Oh, wait. What am I doing? It's got to be in the middle. Got to be in the middle. BV51. Oh, I'm just like, BV52. I'm already in the next episode of Blitzvillage. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I definitely like the way that this is starting to turn out. So then we're going to put some more ladders across here. And then here. There we go. Now, I'm thinking that what I want to do with the inside of the truck, kind of the bed of the truck, is to make it all black here. Right, so we'll just lay this down. Should probably put a little steering wheel or something in there. I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but we're definitely going to do it somehow. So, let's see. Now we need something grayish. Maybe a stone block. It's got to go right through the middle. So, it would be kind of like... Where are the rails? I want to see actually something before I carry on. Oh, you can't put them sideways. Okay, I got it. All right, so... But you can do this, can't you? Okay, perfect. So then... You can do this, right? Aha, there we go. This is going to look sweet now. Man, I like it. I like it quite a bit. My voice cracked. That's how much I like it. I'm like, yeah, this is looking awesome. All right. So, we're just going to carry on. Obviously, a fire truck should have a ladder. Pretty ginormous ladder, too. So that's why we're going to extend this further out. I'm actually probably going to go ahead and just finish all the blocks first. Okay, is that tall enough? I think that's tall enough. I think that's pretty gosh darn tall. There we go. And then, usually, it's not just a ladder, is it? Usually they have like a little... cabin up at the top of this thing, no? And we could get some glass, actually. Where's the glass panes? And we could barricade this all in glass. There we go. Look at that. You see? Things are starting to come together now. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Alright, so... Let me grab some of these. I kind of want to see something real quick. See how this looks. Oh, okay. You can't, like, plaster it onto it. Okay. Alright. It was worth checking, though. So I don't mind that whatsoever. Don't regret it either. Okay, so let's see. Now we got to do a little more detail work here. I think it'll be good if we add a couple more extra lights on the truck. Now I'm gonna need some buttons, or some more buttons, I should say. So there we go. And then let's do the same thing on this side. I think this is what we did, right? I'm pretty sure, at least. Let me double check. Okay, perfect. Perfect. This is all looking pretty sweet, I'll admit. I know. It does look pretty sweetness. I'm giving myself compliments, even though it doesn't look perfect. I know. But it's like, as I always say, I think that the key element with Minecraft is just like, have fun and be creative. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's not what it's all about. At least for me, that's not what it's all about. I know some people will disagree with that notion. Most people would, actually. Most people would say, it's about making it look perfect. Because that's what most people sound like, Blitzwinger. Genius. You are a genius, my friend. Not really, but still. You know what I mean. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Two. Do-do-do-do-do. Wait, I need to get out of here somehow. Two. There we go. Wait. There we go. Now, it's looking pretty good. So we got to put a steering wheel in. I'm wondering, what do we want to use as steering wheel? That's a bit of a problem now, isn't it? Oh, actually, first off, let's put a couple more buttons. So this will be like little horns or something, right? That you would have to like, with that like noise that fire trucks make. Actually, fun fact, from what I know, or at least it's not a fact, sorry, it's not a fun fact. Fun information thing. I know that apparently fire trucks sound differently around the world, which is pretty cool. I never realized that till recently, so that's a pretty cool little thing to discover. I was like, oh, that's quite cool. So, you know what? I'm just going to put a lever. You'll drive this thing like a plane. There we go. All right, so there we there you guys have it, and there we go. There's our fire truck. The fire truck is now fully assembled, and now it is, of course, time to assemble a firehouse to go along with this fire truck. However, we will do so, as I said, on the next episode of Blitzvillage. So, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, definitely give the video a big like rating, share the video with your family and friends, and favorite the videos as well. Of course, I will catch you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks all for watching. Oh, and don't forget, send in your submissions to my Twitter, of course, and also on top of that, don't forget to leave me suggestions for what other things you would like to see built on upcoming episodes of Blitzvillage. Sorry about that, I forgot to completely mention that. So, yeah. Alright, bye-bye, guys. I'll see you later, alligators.